Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. The day has arrived. I got the call from Turner Outdoorsman, and they told me that I could come pick up my new baby girl. Her name is Glock 17. She's all black, so I'm going to try not to be too afraid of her. But I hope my wife is ready for an open relationship, because we will have another young lady in the bedroom. Finally, I was starting to lose hope. Well, lose more hope in my state of California, but they came through. I will be a proud gun owner very soon. I can pick it up whenever I want. Next week when I get paid is my plan to pick it up. I still got a few dollars to save up, because it's not just the gun. I do have to get ammo after I have to wait 3 fucking days. But a safe, trigger locks, that kind of shit I also need to get at the same time. But she will be coming home to us. Very happy about that. Finally. So, speaking of California, the area I live in, when you're on your way to the city of Monterey, you're going down Highway 1 South. There's this huge sand dune on the right-hand side if you're headed south. It's a local thing. People write messages up there. Usually there's some ice plant near there, so they'll cut big pieces of ice plant and they'll write things. I mean, giant letters, 10, 20-foot letters. That's how big this sand dune is. And if it's happy graduation of so-and-so, will you marry me, and my dad's cancer free, whatever. People write all kinds of different messages on these sand dunes. I've even done it. I believe it was for my wife's 21st birthday or something like this. This is before we got together, because we grew up as friends. But I've written messages on there. That's just a local thing. It's almost something you look forward to, like what's going to be written on the sand dune today. So on this sand dune this past week, there was a protest over this fucking shelter-in-place China virus bullshit. People need to get back to work. We need to start generating income. Even if you were responsible and you save money for a rainy day, this is a long fucking rainy day. Something needs to happen. Gavin, bang your wife Newsom. Don't leave your wife alone around him. She'll probably get banged. He mentioned, or he announced, that we will be relaxing certain shelter-in-place things, rules, whatever. I haven't read it yet. I'll read it. I'll talk about it tomorrow. But even here, now we all know Santa Cruz is the butthole, the hairy, distended anus of liberalism. Well, Monterey is the skin bridge to that filthy butthole. Tons of liberals, shit's disgusting. I don't know if I ever mentioned this to you, but one time I was at work, happened to be on Martin Luther King Day. It's not a holiday to me. If I'm scheduled to work, I'm working. So she comes up to me and puts her hand on my shoulder, this fucking over the top. This is the same lady who the day after Trump got elected, she comes into my job and I'm like, hey, how you doing? Oh, how are you? I'm like, oh man, what happened? You got sick? No, I was yelling at my TV last night because Trump won. Shut the fuck up. But anyway, I believe I told this story before, but anyway, this woman comes up to me and puts her hand on my shoulder and says, Happy Martin Luther King Day. Lady, shut the fuck up. I bet you members of Martin Luther King's family don't tell people Happy Martin Luther King Day. What kind of fucking liberal guilt are you living with? Anyway, this is the type of person that lives around here. This is the type of person that lives in Monterey. I'm getting to a point, believe me. So, on this hill, on this sand dune, where people write their messages, somebody wrote, or somebody's put, Trump 2020. Now, being around here, those of you living in other liberal, fucked up Democrat-run states like myself, you know how big this is. That's never happened. If anything's been on there political, it's some left-leaning liberal, granola-headed dirt fucker bullshit. But for them to write Trump 2020 on that sand dune, let me tell you, that is something. Cali will rally. We had a protest here. There's protests in SoCal. There's protests happening all over the state. Something needs to change. We did what you told us. Shelter in place, social distancing, don't gather in groups. Okay, fine. Party's over. People need to start making some fucking money and getting back to normalcy. Very important. So, I'm telling you, if you're not in a liberal state, if you're sitting in a state in the South or in Arizona or Texas or something like that, you might not get the full gravity of something like this. This is big. And for it to happen in this socialist shithole known as California, that's big. Now, speaking of shitholes, let's talk about the Communist News Network, CNN. There's a lady on there. She's a real piece of shit. I like to call her Donna La Moan, that greasy lip bitch. But I think on her birth certificate it says Don Lemon. Anyway, this asshole, now don't forget, this Don Lemon, this Donna La Moan, the greasy lip bitch who's looking down her nose at the president and at some members of this country who voted him into presidency. This is the same person who still has some sexual assault allegations up in the air. Now, of course, the beast that he works for won't mention it and won't let the other the other opinion givers that work there, they won't let them say anything about it either. But keep in mind, this piece of shit has a sexual assault allegation against him. Anyway, Twitter and the left-leaning internet is going nuts because Donna La Moan got on TV and gave Trump the business. Okay. He was asking him, and I'll put the link in the description box so you can see it yourself, but he's asking Trump, what is your deal with Obama? Why does Obama get under your skin? Is it because he punked you on the birth certificate? Which is bullshit. Trump did take that and run with it, but Trump was not the genesis of the birth certificate debacle, whatever you want to call it, accusing Obama of not being born in America. That was started by the woman who was running against him. Now, I don't want to say too many disparaging things about her because I don't want to get Epstein. But Hillary Clinton was running against him, and she started this birth certificate inquiry, just so we get the record straight. So he says, are you mad because he punked you on the birth certificate? Are you mad because he made it on his own and his daddy didn't help him? First of all, Donna La Moan, I'm sure Obama would have wanted his daddy to help him out if his daddy wasn't around. If his daddy was around, because he wasn't. You think Obama's dad wouldn't have helped him if he was around? But he didn't think enough of him to be around. Now, what is wrong with your dad helping you? What's wrong with your parents helping you get a leg up? Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Aren't you supposed to give your child a bigger springboard into life than your parents gave you? Dummy. Those aren't bad things that his father helped him out. And I think his dad only gave him like 10 million only. I'd love to only get 10 million too. But his father gave him like $10 million, which wasn't a lot in the Trump bank accounts. It wasn't a lot to them. So he gives his son money that he turned into billions. Any parent would do that. Any parent is going to help their child do better in life than them. It's part of parenthood, dumbass. But Donna La Moan, and everybody's like, oh man, he got him. Oh, he got him. He didn't get shit. What did he say? He said nothing. He was like, are you because he's better looking than you? Because he's better educated than you? And what did that get us? What are his good looks, his suave swagger, and his high education? What did that get us? The worst recovery from a recession by any president in fucking history? Now, I don't think he did it all himself, but he was definitely president during the time that we were shoved into the cesspool of fucking PC, men or women, women or men. You can't say this, you can't say that, or you'll get doxxed, or you're some kind of ist or phobe. He presided over the time that pushed us into where we are now. He fucked us on the border. That's why we're overrun now. People say, well, Obama, they called him the deporter in chief. Bullshit. Those numbers were inflated because he counted deportations as turning people away at the border. So if you came up to the border, they said, nope, get out of here. They would count that as a deportation. That's bullshit. If you come to my doorstep and I stop you there, you can't say you've been inside my house because I stopped you at the door. So that's not a deportation when you turn somebody away at the border. That's some bullshit. He made us look like bitches around the world. Paris Accord, Iran deal, anybody? Obama fucked us. And as much as Donna La Moan would like Obama to treat him like he did this country, it's not going to happen. Now, I know you guys still have the taste of Obama's nuts in your mouth, but he was a shitty president. I would dare to say the shittiest ever. Now, don't worry, George Bush is nipping at his heels. He was a globalist piece of shit, too. But maybe the fact that Obama left a giant garbage bag full of runny dog shit in Trump's lap when he took over presidency, maybe that's why he doesn't like him. You think so? Fucking clown. Anyway, like I said, I'll put the link in the description box. You can see it yourself. You can make your own decision about how Donna La Moan gave Trump the business. I don't think so. I think these dummies are reaching, as usual. And again, after Trump's 4 years, after his next 4, what are these people going to talk about when he's gone? What? Because he is a main part of their diet. What are they going to talk about? What the fuck are they going to do? Well, I guess we have another 4 years to find out. People, it's Tuesday to you, Sunday to me. I need to get back in my damn weekend. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit liberal cries. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. Also, Jericho Green, notification tone, link in the description box. They're just $1.29. It is truly us against them. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.